hanging from the top of the mast. And what you did when you got to the place you're going to drill a well, you took these and pulled them out to kind of, they were guy wires to keep your mast from moving. And so there's some stakes here for that. A lot of old equipment here. You've got a shaft puller. There's just some turnbuckles. This is a casing driver that you bolted on to the shaft to drive the well casing down. You have to case the well to keep it from collapsing in on itself, so you case it as you go. And then up here we've got some bits, extra bits. Here's the wrenches, these J wrenches to take the bits off of the shaft. And so this was a rock bit. This would be used more in dirt. This makes the hole bigger for this one. And the steel cables that are used on the cable, on the tools themselves, they're reverse wound from typical steel cables. And that way, when it's lifted, the tool will twist just a little bit. So you're not dropping it in the same spot every time. So it rotates in the hole every time you drop it. And I didn't know that until somebody told me that. These are jetting bits. They're also used in just plain dirt. So we were really tickled to get everything here. And these wrenches are what, there's no markings on this piece of equipment at all to tell you what it is. And at first I thought it was a Sanderson Cyclone by an old photo of one of them I saw, but I couldn't figure it out. These bits, or these wrenches, say Dempster on them. And so I contacted the County Historical Society where Dempster was located, and they still have some material, and they were kind enough to send me some of that material, so I knew what it was then. But these are quite the pieces of equipment. These were about $5 or $6 new in the 20s, and they actually had tools. If you somehow lost one down the hole, they had a tool that you could attach to try and fish them out of there. You can see they've got grooves right here, every one of them, and the tool slides over it, and it's got like fish hooks so you can get your tool back. Because if you dropped your tool down the hole, you had to start over with a new hole. You weren't going past the tool. So you were pretty careful with things, and that's why you got these giant wrenches to tighten them and loosen them. Probably every time that you pulled the bit out to bail, you probably checked to make sure that your bit was tight on the drill shaft. So it's quite a piece. I just like it. I mean, we still have a wasp nest here in the one pulley. We haven't taken any of the grease off. You can see that the guy even put a sheet metal shield over the belt to keep the belt and pulley from getting wet. This is all wood. I mean, this is remarkable that this is still here. And I don't know how fast this turns when it's running, but to have all of this still here is really quite amazing to me. Still got all the old grease on it, and you can't make anything look like this if you restore. You can't make it look old, or at least I can't. Probably somebody can, but you know, you've got a homemade handle to get in and out of the truck, and there's your cab. So you go bouncing across the prairie to look for your next well drill job, and you're driving on the right side, and believe it or not, there's even a little rear view mirror up on the windshield. I don't know what he was looking at, but there is a rear view mirror. You can see there's no windows. There probably was at one time, but this is well drilling 1925 style.